Toastmaster Blessing, my blessed moment of life. My blessed moment of life, Toastmaster Blessing. Thank you.
Thank you. Some moments in life, they simply do not pass through time. They shape us, they heal us, they become the reason why we stand strong today. One such moment happened to me on a quiet afternoon Wednesday when I was sitting in the office. And I was looking for ways to improve my communication, my confidence, and my personal skills. And that search led me to Toastmasters International and Emirates Toastmasters Club. On the 8th of October 2025, I walked into Emirates Toastmasters as a nervous guest. Slightly before the meeting commenced, a tall, handsome gentleman introduced himself and welcomed me, and he introduced himself as Sufyan. Afterwards, after the meeting, he convinced me to join MS Toastmasters, and I wondered why. And later, I discovered that he was the VP membership, and he was looking for one more member to add to his GCP points. Jokes aside, Emirates Toastmasters Club has become the blessed moment of my life. Dear Toastmasters and guests, my name is Blessing. My story started way before Dubai. It actually began on the 4th of October, 1999, in a small, sweet city called Kwekwe in the country of Zimbabwe. It's around 3 a.m. when the moon was fading away and the birds were welcoming the sunrise. A child, a sweet baby girl was born, and that baby was me. And they named me Blessing. But I've always wondered, why? Why Blessing? Of all the names, why Blessing? Eventually, I asked my mother, and she smiled and she said, you know what? It's because you were God's given blessing to us. After 5 long years of trying for a child, and we could not have a child, but heavens finally blessed us. And there was no any other name that was befitting than Blessing. And after me, there was no any other sibling. I was the only child. I became the only Blessing. But ladies and gentlemen, life was not always beautiful. At the age of 11, I broke my ankle while I was playing in the school fields. And what seemed like a minor injury, it turned into months of paralysis. I could not even walk. I couldn't go to school anymore. Neither could I even bathe myself. And in all of this, my mother used to carry me on her back wherever we used to go because we didn't have a car. So she would carry me on her back. But it was at this moment where something haunted me and I wondered, how am I still a blessing when right now it feels like I am but a burden? And it was at that moment when I realized that it was just that time. But my mother never gave up on me. While my father was in another country, she never gave up on me. And she would hold my hand and say, Blessing, definitely you'll walk one day. And eventually I did. And when I did, I went back to school just in time for the final examinations. But I was terrified because I had missed so many lessons and I wondered if I was going to pass. But I passed by God's grace. Years later, after graduation for my degree in marketing, as if this was not enough, life fell another difficulty fell upon me. I moved to South Africa in search of better employment, greener pastures, but it didn't happen as I planned. Life in South Africa became hard. Jobs were limited and the crime rate was very high. And at that moment, I felt very trapped. And I remembered my cousin, Sifiso, who lived in Dubai. And when I called her, she said something that changed my life. And she said, Blessing, come to Dubai. Dubai will be blessed to have you. And it was at that moment when everything changed. And on the 5th of March 2023, I landed in the streets of Dubai. Ladies and gentlemen, when I look at it today now, what I realize is that my life has been made by three angels. The first one being my mother, who gave me strength and encouraged me. The second one being my sister, my cousin sister, who opened the door to a new future. And Sufyan, Toastmasters, which gave me a voice. And now I know this is indeed my blessed moment of life. Over to you, Tiamodi.